think that helps out. We can see it better.
Okay, flight, we shouldn't leave it there too long.
Okay, now 13 request you either move it away from the the bright area or else move it back to peak. Over.
Okay, Vance, crank the focus down a little bit. Is the quad coming in any better now?
It's coming in about the same, Fred. And you're a little weak now in the comm. We could see when you went back to peak. Okay, we can see you zoom in on the moon, and it's near the center of our screen, just a little to the left. Very clear.
Yeah, I show it just about at 3A.
We can't tell if it's gray or light brown, though.
Do you have your grid down there, Vance?
That's negative, Fred.
Okay. I don't know if you can make out the features there, Vance, on the moon, but looks like the terminators are the central plains area, somewhere around Descartes, maybe.
Okay, we see it just as a bright portion of the lunar disk, and it looks a lot like you see it from Earth. Very bright. We're unable to see any features at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same with the eyeball here. It looks a little bigger now, but the only way I could see it very good at all was with the monocular a little while ago. Real good, Vance. What I'm going to do is give you a shot of Fred. We can get all the wiring out of the way. My problem here is when you move the TV around, this wire follows you like a snake here.
we have Fred now. Looks like he has a lariat there, getting ready to rope the checklist.
That's only half of it. We have most of it hidden away. It's been pretty interesting doing all the camera work here to get a little extra training running the TV here, hopefully for when we get on the ground for tomorrow. The monitor does make it pretty easy, though.
All right. That's a real advantage in the cockpit. You're just a little bit dark. Looks like might help to have the f-stop run down about one increment. See how it comes out.
We're wide open.
Are you?
I think we're wide open now. Yeah, we're wide open, Vance. Okay, does that help any, Vance?
Okay, it's reasonably good. We can make out Fred fairly well. Looks like he's in a shadow. Hey, that helps. You just turned up the lights, huh?
Yeah, we went fixed on...
Okay, you're on candid camera.
We did notice one thing, Vance. You know that new fan with long hair? Won't work too well up here in space.
What was that one again?
They say, you know, the new fan with long hair?
Right.
It doesn't work too well up in space. You can't comb your hair up here.
Well, I guess you have to give up something. Well, at least it helps to try. We can see you trying to comb your hair there, Jim. Looks like your beards haven't come along to the point where you've had to use the razor, though.
Well, we've been debating that. We thought we'd take care of our beards tomorrow and make that one of our daily routines. Take it that was a subtle hint, man.
No, we're not commenting on your appearance, Fred. Nothing derogatory, understand?
And, Vance, I thought we'd get a picture of Jack just so that all the girls know that he's still here. Say hello, Vance.
Yeah, we appreciate that. There he is. Big Jack. Houston, we'd like to disable quads C and D. Use Alpha and Bravo, over.
Disable quads C and D, roger.
Okay, 13, we got Fredo on TV.
Roger, Houston. All we plan to do for you today is start out in the spaceship or Odyssey and take you on through from Odyssey into the tunnel into Aquarius and show you a little bit of the landing vehicle. And your TV operator is now resting on the center couch looking at Fred Hayes, whose head is now just about at the beginning of the tunnel and his back is against the optical area, and Fred will now transport himself into the tunnel and into the spaceship Aquarius. You know, one thing I noted, Jack, when I first came across there, that starting upright in the command module and heading down in Aquarius, there's a little bit of an orientation change that, even though I'd been through it once in a water tank, is still pretty unusual. I find myself now
That's a great picture, Jim. You got the light just right.
One of the nice things, Jack, particularly for a novice like myself, is the ease of moving around in here. Of course, as you know from working in the command module simulator, it's really quite a boon to have zero gravity as an aid. You get pretty confining, really, at 1G to move around very much in there, and it's quite easy in this environment. The limb, as you can see, it looked pretty clean. I found a couple of loose washers, about it, and a little plastic cap off the sequence camera had come loose, and I found it lodged over by the ED panel. Okay, right under Jim now. He's actually standing on what looks to be a can here, and for the sake of all the people back there, housed inside this can is the Leo Masson engine, or hopefully you can see my hand resting on top of right now. The engine that we used to get off of the moon. Immediately adjacent to the engine cover here, I have my hand on a white box now, which has been shown before. This happens to be Jim's Bliss, the backpack which will supply oxygen and water for cooling while on the lunar surface. This device we hope to make use of for planned 4 hours and possibly up to as much as 5 hours. Right behind the Bliss, a couple of square packages I now have my hand on here. One here and one right below are our OPSs, which are in essence the emergency oxygen supplies, which are good for some 40 to 45 minutes. These are, when we get ready to mount up and head outside, will be placed up on the top of the Bliss. The second backpack is mounted down on the limb floor and will positioned right between the two of us. I have my hand on it at this time.
Roger, Fred, we see it. The picture's coming through real good, and your description is good. We see Jim's got the camera oriented the way we like to look at it. So we'll keep talking.
Okay, I guess everybody is pretty much envisioned the space program as being all a lot of exotic electronics, and certainly a lot of it is. But I thought I'd bring out a couple items here in conjunction with the Bliss. After the first DVA, to get a very accurate measurement of the amount of water that's left in the Blisses, we're going to make use of this bag I'm showing now to collect the remaining water out of the Bliss and see just how much we really did have left. And hopefully on future missions to be able to extend safely the allowable time on these units even a little further. And my other hand, I have the mechanism by which we determine just how much water we really have in this bag. And I guess this, an apt description for this device would be a fish scale. And you can see I'm weighing myself right now, and says I weigh actually less than 0 right now. Guess its calibration isn't too good.
That'll be the day.
I think even you would weigh zero here, Jack.
Touche.
Houston, this is Jim. Since Fred's been in the lunar module, since he's the lunar module pilot, this is the first time that he's felt that he's been right side up.
Roger, Jim.
I might tell you that we're looking at right now that round bag that's just behind Fred holds our vacuum hose. That when we get back inside the lab, we'll hook the vacuum off our suits, and it's resting or it's attached to the hatch, which will we will open to go onto the lunar surface, and of course to come back in. The hatch which we have come through now is a round hatch, which is our docking hatch between Odyssey and Aquarius.
Roger, and we see Fred looking in the vacuum cleaner there now.
Okay, what I have out now, Jack, is Leva, which has also been shown before. It's a head garment for wearing out on the surface. And I'm bringing Jim's out here to show a couple of mods. One problem before is that the cast of characters out on the surface haven't been able to be distinguished apart very well. So not only Jim's suit has some red stripes on it, but as you can see, his leva also has a red stripe. And now you can see one other mod too here, Jack, which I hadn't really seen myself before. I guess on 12, Pete and Al had commented about having trouble with sunlight in the eyes. So on our levers, they have put on a new center section, which you can pull down and use sort of like a baseball cap. Okay, Jack, who fixed up my lever? How's the detail on this one, Jack?
Say again, Fred?
Can you see any detail in this picture now, or am I blocking out too much of the sunlight?
That's affirmative. We got a good picture of the leva there, and it's coming through loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, Jack, while Fred's putting away my helmet, you're looking over into Fred's station now. Now, how's this picture? Is it okay before, do I have to adjust it?
We have a hunch that the setting might be in peak, but we recommend average on the ALSJ if you haven't got it there already.
We're in average, Jack.
Okay, and we're getting a good picture of the LMP side with the Beta over there.
here. I have the DAP right now, a wide deadband. Do you want me to begin setting up narrow deadband and nulling the rates to start PTC again?
Stand by, Jack.
What I'm fishing out now, Jack, is another new piece of hardware that we're taking along this time as a result of some comments made on Apollo 12 flight. What Fred is opening up is a drink bag that we place inside of our neck ring that will allow us to drink while we're on the lunar surface. Pete and Al did not have that in Apollo 12, and they consequently got very thirsty. But we hope to alleviate that situation by having our own little bag of water, which with very little effort we can have a sip or two while we're looking around and doing our geology work. So if you hear any funny noises, it's just probably the drink bag. Fred, the bag's empty. Fred's now looking through our optical device. It's an instrument in which to align our platform. And Fred is now looking into it just to see what kind of an outside picture he might be able to get. We might be able to use a TV camera to look through our optical instrument to the outside of the command module. A few minutes ago, while we first came in, we did manage to look to the outside of the side hatch of the command module through our optical instrument. Stand by, we'll try and see what we can do here.
Roger, Jim. Break, Jack. We'd like you to stay in the dead band you're now in, and we'll make a change when the TV is over. Another thing we'd like you to do is check your pitch and yaw on your high gain meter so we can compare it with what we're seeing down here.
Okay, it's showing about, say, 28 degrees and 267.
20 and 267.